Hello everybody and welcome back to Benjamin Magnus Plays Hearts of Iron IV with the Black Ice mod. I'm very happy to see the positive reaction to this series from all of yesterday's comments. A lot of people were pretty stoked about it. A lot of people pointed out that even though the border's gone, the Rhineland is still demilitarized, which is why my troops will not enter that territory. A ton of people asked me what my favorite scotch was because my wife brought me a scotch while I was recording yesterday, and I drink Glenfiddich 18 usually, just in case. I had like 6 or 8 people ask me in the comment section, and I just got sick of typing the same thing in over and over and over again. And hello, Penny. So I just figured I'd tell you guys out loud. There was a couple other things I wanted to point out. There is more industry than I realized. There's an entire another section of the tree over this way. This is like civvy stuff, I think. Housing, hospitals, and schools. What is civilian works? I think that's just construction speed, dig in speed. Oh, that's good. Oh, that's great. Max entrenchment, dig in speed, and fort construction speed. Construction, dockyard construction. Yeah, a lot of stuff. I'm gonna have to go over this in more detail off screen, I think. Excavation, there's that. Excavation goes down this way like that. Man, there's so much in here, and I'm very happy about that. I'm very happy. All right, so before I forget, one other thing. I was wondering how they were gonna actually slow combat down so that it doesn't feel like, I mean, when I played Hearts of Iron 3 Black Ice, I think it took about 100 episodes for me to beat the Soviet Union as Germany, and in vanilla Hearts of Iron 4, I think it took about 4. So, what I noticed I was looking over some German armor, because I noticed that the American armor tree flies all the way down to the 60s. Let's see, the Soviet tree goes down to only 1944. And the German tree only goes to 1944 as well. So I was a little interested to see the American tree and the British tree go all the way into the 60s. Well, late 50s, that is. But that's besides the point. What I noticed is that tanks are really slow now. I mean, the mouse is supposed to be slow, or Moss, I believe it is in German. Oh, that's another thing. A lot of people is like, I love hearing you try to pronounce German words. Thanks. I know it's terrible. Tanks are slow. I mean, I was looking at this, I was like, why is a Tiger's max speed 4 kilometers per hour? I mean, a Tiger was, very fast for a tank that weighed like 60 tons. And then I was looking over, I was like, they're all like 4 kilometers an hour. Let's see, where's this one? Harness. Where is it? Am I blind? Defense, hardness, heart attack, max speed. 6. Oh, the Panther's actually 6. Max speed 4. Even the lights are only 7 kilometers an hour, and I was like, that's how they're slowing combat down. Units don't move 18 kilometers an hour anymore, which I thought was ridiculous. I mean, yes, it's perfectly feasible that a individual tank or like a squad of tanks can move at those combat speeds, but divisions do not move across terrain that fast. An entire division of hundreds and thousands and even tens of thousands of vehicles doesn't move that fast. I haven't checked on infantry yet, though. I think maybe 2. Let's see. Wait, reconnaissance, attrition, combat width, piercing, breakthrough, soft attack, max speed 3.4. Okay, so that's actually slow, faster than I thought. No, base of 4. So the tanks move at the same base speed. All right, now that confuses me. The tanks move at the same base speed that the what's it called do. Okay. Okay, well, I guess that's a balance thing. It's either an overlook thing or a balance thing. I don't necessarily know which. Oh, and it's time to modify our government, actually, before I forget. So, political advisors, woo! There's a few. You can't get Goering until you complete his 4-year plan. We do research and production. Well, let's look through here. Spear. Civilian, blah, blah, blah. Captain of industry. Who? Democracy, reformer, communist, fascist, demigod, silent workhorse. That's the one we want. Rudolf Hess. Because that's going to get you more power. Early on in the game, somebody who'll get you more political power? Yeah, of course that's a great idea. Of course it's a great idea. So, I think what we're going to do is just sit on our heels for just a little bit. And wait for some logistics to fill out, see what we're working with. Because I want to see how this is going to play out. It looks like there's a lot of stuff we aren't building that needs to be constructed. Towed anti-tank guns, artillery, and medium artillery. I thought that was actually on there, unless we're not producing it. But let's take a look. So, basic light artillery, World War I medium artillery. Replace that with better arty. Basic medium artillery. So we're going to replace the old artillery with the new artillery. And what else was there? Vehicles, I thought? So we're building Panzer Is, Panzer IIABs. We have Panzer IICs researching. What I would like to do is find a model of tank that I really, really like in its combat capabilities and really hammer down on its production. I think that would probably be an ideal scenario. I'm just so out of my my depth right now. And we are gonna create some new planes. One of the makers of the mod actually dropped me a comment and said they were going to add localization information to the planes so that you can easily tell which one is which. I mean, I'm sure there are people out there who instinctively know what all these makes and models of different planes are and do. I don't off the top of my head. I do believe, I'm positive that the Hinkel 51 is a fighter. So we're just going to do that. We're going to put all the Hinkels... Heinkel, not Hinkel, Heinkel. All the Heinkel 51s together. Looks like they deploy at probably the same speed they did before, if not a little bit slower. And the rest, I believe the Arado 68, was it? Was also a fighter. Let's see. The rest are bombers of various types. I don't have it in here anymore. I don't see it. Still out there somewhere? He's still out there. Nope. Could it not go back into the... Zoom, 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 zoom? Okay. Well, let's look in here. Henkel. Arado 68F. An advanced biplane fighter. Okay, here's some information we can find on him. The Heinkel 45C, early reconnaissance bomber used by the Luftwaffe. Heinkel 50A is a dive bomber initially developed for Japan. Heinkel 60 close air support planes were designed to provide. I can't talk. It's early in the morning. I always blame it on that, but I'm only on my second cup of coffee. I'm not good enough. A biplane torpedo bomber. Early medium bomber, and we just have generic transports. We don't have the that tri-engine plane, something 52. I don't remember who made it. Well, I thought we could figure it out. Junkers. Okay. That's a transport, right? A transport bomber version was pressed into service. I hope they don't... I'd actually hope that the transports have like flavors. Interesting. It's like you can go down. Oh, so there's a Heinkel fighter tree. Well, actually, it stops at the Heinkel 100. High-speed development of the Heinkel 112 is a fast light fighter aircraft. This was a competitor to the 109 and ended up losing out. I believe because this one could... its performance was, similar, but you could mount more weapons on it. I mean, the development of the 109 went through a lot of stages. The initial fighter, I think this one I got right now, had 2 rifle caliber machine guns, and that was it. Two like low caliber machine guns. And then, by mid-war, it had multiple machine guns and multiple cannons. Spanish Civil War. What does this mean for Spain? Nationalists declared war. Okay, so if I want, I believe I could send over troops to help fight Spain, which would be nationalist Spain, I believe. They're fascist. Yep. So let's send volunteers. You need at least 70 divisions to be able to send a volunteer force. So, you need the... I think that's to prevent a lot of minor nations from dumping their units into Spain. Or was that always in the game? I mean, I haven't been recruiting and deploying nearly anything. I haven't been doing anything just yet. Panzer Command, Cavalry Division, semi-motorized, Panzer Division, and that's expensive. Why don't we start by training? Look at the equipment. I don't have the equipment for a single infantry division. I have horse artillery. I don't have regular artillery. I don't have the artillery, transport trucks, anti-tank guns, medium artillery, support equipment, liaison vehicles, or basic HQ equipment. I don't have any of that stuff. So let's start by taking planes and tanks off and just go for infantry and arty equipment. So semi-motorized infantry. Does that mean... Oh, it's going to take me a while to get used to this stuff. So horse artillery transport, heavy truck equipment, basic medium arty. Okay. Uniform and boots, garrison maintenance. Garrison maintenance. It says maintenance, so I'm assuming we're not actually producing anything. Why don't we knock that down so that we could use that for other things, but not armor vehicles. What we're going to want to have to do is... these liaison vehicles are necessary. Let's see here. What else is necessary in here? Heavy truck equipment, prime mover, anti-air, anti-tank guns. I don't think we have anti-tank guns on here. No, we don't. At least get them queued up on here. HQ equipment, I don't think that's on there. And then, we're building factories, so we'll have to, take care of this. Boots, uniforms, helmets, all that good stuff. Pre-war, is that the best I got? That is the best we got. Oh, you could create a variant on guns. Cool. Increase their hard attack and piercing attack. Soft attack. Oh, squad mortar slows people down a lot. Light machine guns. That doesn't do a lot with it. Soft attack. And weapon quality. That's going to increase speed and reliability. Quality is probably something we're going to be using a lot. And I know a lot of talking, not a lot of playing, but I'm just trying to... I didn't play Black Ice off screen at all, so I'm trying to get used to what's going on. Goering's 4-year plan. Yay! So... Goering gains control of the economy, gains Hermann Goering, which grants captain of industry, civilian construction speed. Yes, I like that. We have a suitable candidate for the economy. Political power. Okay, no, we're just going to take him. Does that actually put him in charge? It does. It's the blacked out portrait of Hermann Goering. That, well, that's not a big deal. I don't really care. I honestly do not care. All right, so that's good. We're going to want to go for a new focus. So we were over here. Reich Autobahn. At maximum infrastructure in Brandenburg, Hanover, Thuringen, and Franken. Westphal light forts. Not light forts. Württemberg gets forts. Industry gains steel and oil. Ooh, that's nice. Or we can go whoop, 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 whoop. Over here, we can go Rhineland. Will no longer be a DMZ. Yeah, let's make sure we take that out of the way. That way, because we got to get... I mean, it seems like I'm bouncing all over the place, and I am, because I don't know what I'm doing. But it's going to take a while to get used to this. We just thought you could probably use the variant system to make your tanks much... Nope. Interesting. You can't variant tanks. So the tanks are coming out as variants, basically. That's what's happening there. They're coming off the production line, you know, out of the research tree, off the production lines, as variants. And we're definitely going to want to start cranking on our 109s ASAP. Death of General Wever. Tragedy struck when the aircraft of Walther Wever, Chief of Staff of the Luftwaffe, crashed earlier today, killing both Wever and his engineer. One of the few German proponents for strategic bombers. He had been discussing plans for a long-range bomber with several aircraft manufacturers as part of the Eurobomber program, which would have been bombers that could fly from Germany to the Ural Mountains. Man, that's a distance. Look at that. He will be missed. Okay. Very, very excited to see that you guys are excited for this. That's what I'm enjoying, that you guys are stoked for this. Okay. So we just researched the 109A. And I mean, oh god, there's so much stuff. That's a precursor to the Inkers 87. But there's, what I keep doing is there's so much stuff over here. There's so much stuff. It's like civilian construction speed. How could you neglect civilian construction speed? So what we're going to do is go to production and go to aircraft. And we're not producing any. So what we are going to do, and I believe... So it looks like the tanks are like that, but the planes are not. Ooh. You can increase the... You can install a better engine. Oh, that is pretty cool. Oh, I like that. It's a single variant. It's not like there's levels of it. So doing it once is replacing its stock engine with the Jumo 210D. And you can see right there, it's a more intensive production process, but it increases the agility and the max speed of the plane. I like that. You can add bomb racks. You could, and, okay, so it specifically says there as a variable. Was adding a propeller to the plane? Did it not have one before? No, it's just saying you're adding a variable pitch propeller. Adding in engine gun. So I'm assuming that's a stock, like a machine gun and maybe a cannon. You can do something like that. Yeah. Later we can upgrade it to a 20mm cannon. So yeah, I was right. That's cool. And this is another engine. Daimler-Benz 601. Massively increase flight performance, also massively increase the construction costs. Okay, so there you go. Oh yeah, look at that. The agility was 4 on the 210. And wing guns. Cool. If as the aircraft has not been properly reinforced, reliability will suffer. So adding in the extra weights in the wing roots and the hard points for the guns decreases its reliability by a bit. All right, that I like. But for now, what we're going to do is tell them to start building. Oh, we are building aircraft. Here they are right here. I'm just going to tell them to take the Heinkel 51B off and focus more on construction of the 109s. Boop. There we go. But those are bombers, and let's queue up some of that. Alrighty. Oh my god, it's just it makes me happy. The flavor stuff makes me happy. The fact that it specifically says like it's been balanced, so like yeah, we could historically install this engine to it, which was something that actually happened, and it'll increase performance by this, or we can install this engine in the variant, and it'll do this. It's just, the flavor stuff in this game is what made me happy, and that was a big disappointment for me in HOI IV Vanilla was that it tasted so bland. It tasted so very bland. It's just there was no flavor to it. No flavor. Political power gain. That's silent workforce political power gain. Yeah, we're just going to go straight up political power gain so that I can fill this out real fast. Okay, so I'm starting to think, I was just looking over these, that's why there was a little cut there. I was looking this stuff over. I'm starting to think that with so many more techs, there's so many more techs, that the actual, decreases in research time is going to be extremely important. Extremely important. Very, very important. I'm happy with that. So we still have, we have insufficient resources. Maybe we should try trade. I don't want to trade with anybody. I don't like people. All right, so that's definitely. All right. The flavor events are getting too long. Can't even read the end of them. You're gonna have to expand that window, guys. So we got the. I'm gonna replace the current tank models with the 2C when it comes off as well. Now, I'm wondering how this is going to affect how the division makeups go. I'm very curious about that. So, lots and lots of stuff is going to go into industry, tanks, and fighters. Industry, tanks, and fighters. So, because, like, right now, if I look at a Panzer division, it specifically tells me... Well, actually, let's look at the template. Panzer II. So, okay, Panzer II, Panzer I. So, I'm assuming that'll mean... we'll take a look, though. It'll use any model of Panzer II available. That's what I assume. I don't know. But I'm assuming that's saying that if there's Cs available, use those. If there's not, use the AB. I think. I'm not positive, but I think that's how that's going. That'll work. If I specifically had to say, remilitarization of the Rhineland. That is German territory. Huzzah! Alright, so now I can go... let's see. Reassert Alsace-Lorraine claim. Claimed by German Reich. France gets event Germany demand. So that I could start the war right there. Has to be after... Okay, so you can't do it until after March 1st, 1938. Okay. Alright, so we can work on getting more men in the field. We'll do that. But now at least we got that done. Sturmstaffel. Wehrmacht. Army Research. It's Army Maneuver Expert. Okay, we're gonna do Industry to get that stuff. Can't wait to start making some Panzer IIs. 2Cs, that is. I mean, we're gonna skip ahead a little bit. Oh, now are they moving out? Ah, there we go. Yes! Reoccupy the Rhineland. Oh, so we're gonna need 550,000 men in the field, and I believe we can see exactly how many we have in the army. Equipment details. So we need to put 100,000 more men in uniform. We have this many. Anti-tank guns, transport vehicles. So it looks like they're getting some. They are training, they just don't have the equipment. So let's add in some units here. Well, it's like it's most of the equipment. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's what I wanted. Okay, so yeah, they'll start going. And the last one is short of pretty much everything. All right, cool. Oh, and we can modify our government again. Industry research time. Yes, that's the first thing we're going for because that'll allow us to get the research stuff done quicker. And concentrated industry. Oh, and the oh, so much stuff all on the same day. Alrighty, so Panzer II DE, that's ahead on the research. Now, do I want to say focus on a Panzer IV or a Panzer III? Clearly, the Panzer IV is a more versatile tank. because it's bigger. But for now, let's go over to industry and see what we're working with here. So let's see. Machining. I can do all this stuff. Tank workshop, build cost down. That makes sense. So let's get the tank workshop 1 in here. Truck workshop 1. And what's the other thing? RD workshop 1. Research. Okay, yes. Anything that's going to allow me to produce materials quicker, I am going to do. I think that's a great idea. I think it's a great idea indeed. And the Panzer 2C. So what we're going to do is go to tanks. And let's see what we're working on. Panzer 1s, I'm gonna tell them to phase those out. I'm going to tell them to just stop. Don't bother working on those anymore. And don't bother working on the ABs anymore either. I mean, we're going to basically just go whole hog on the 2C right now. And I believe we cannot variant that, right? No. Okay, that's fine. That up there, and I'm going to move this to the top. I actually want to make sure we are building these, so what we're going to do is move them to the top and open up some factories for them. Because I want to make sure we're producing vehicles. Alright, I think we're going to leave this episode here just a few minutes short than normal, just because my dog is absolutely distracting the hell out of me. So if you have enjoyed this, please just drop me a like, leave me those comments right down below, and if you're interested in more Benjamin Magnus Plays Hearts of Iron 4 Black Ice Mod, just subscribe to this channel, and I'll see you next time.